Well, we have to start with a particular story that's been trending for like 2 days, talking about Nigeria international Kelechi Nwakali. Well, SD Huesca came out that he has actually been sacked out of that team, and Nwakali later came out also that he's still part of the team. But later on, he issued a statement admitting that he is no longer with that club. Issue of his contract is causing problem because he came to represent Nigeria during AFCON, and he was told that going for AFCON, that would be a problem because he won't be a part of that particular team. Using that to actually usher into the world of sport on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Joining me in the studio is Timothy Ayeku. Good to have you.
Thank you.
And Joel Ajayi.
Good evening.
You're welcome. Now, Kelechi Nwakali, a player who came for AFCON, now went back to his club, SD Huesca, and the next thing is that he has been sacked, he's not been sacked, back and front, and finally, the Spanish Football Union are saying his sack violates labor rights in Spain, that they're going to take it up legally against SD Huesca. What's your point about this?
Well, it's a sad development for football in general, because football is a game of love, and if there's any aspect of or any constituency that has been talking about racism and talking against it, is football. We have been saying no to racism, no to segregation, and all of that. So if a football club can now, come up with such sanction on a player because he went to represent the African Nations Cup, then it's a very sad development, and it's unacceptable. And we want to thank the Spanish Football Association for ensuring that they speak out and say no, they want justice for Nwakali. So we are hoping that he will get justice, and then to serve as a lesson to the club and other clubs that no. Don't forget that a coach also made reference to African Nations Cup as a small tournament, and we have to, stop driving that narrative. We are not. The African Nations Cup is the biggest competition in the African continent, and Africa as a continent is not a small one that you will just talk down on. So I think the club should be sanctioned, and due, compensation should be given to the player, although I will not also advise him to return to that club.
Now, from the way it is right now, Nwakali is not a happy man, and I just hope that NFF too can at least find something to do about this, because he came to Nigeria to play a game. Although the Spanish Footballers Union already are taking the matter up, Nwakali should not be left alone on this matter.
Like my brother rightly said, I think he will get justice for this, because if Spanish FA are not shy away from the truth and come out and quickly just tell the clubs that what you did was very wrong, and then I believe that NFF will not sit in watching one of our talents. They will just treat him just like that. But for me, I think the club in Europe should learn something. Even before you can sign for a club, I think they don't want his growth. They don't want his development. Even before you can sign for another club, there is a certain percentage of game you play for your country, so that it will help you to secure whatever deal you want to secure with other bigger clubs. I think it's beyond representing
the country.
A country that should be, that maybe there is something that is hidden that the club does not want to reveal, or the player himself does not want to reveal. But for me, for this, the whole world is standing behind Nwakali, because we know that is going to get justice for this.
Okay, we've been talking concerning Kelechi Nwakali right now, because SD Huesca, the club he plays for in Spain, I say he's no longer part of that team. And the young man says that, well, he came to Africa to represent his country in the AFCON, and he was even told that AFCON is not an important competition. That statement alone, I think CAF needs to do something about this. It's high time. I remember Dogging Club also making some statement. It's high time clubs in Europe, the coaches, the clubs entirely should know that without Africa, they can't get those players. They need to really appreciate the fact that Africa as a continent needs to be recognized, and also given a lot of respect, because the way they always want to trash AFCON, meanwhile Euros or Combo or whatever competition they play in their own continent is taken very seriously. Without AFCON, you can't get FIFA. Yes, that's the way it is. FIFA World Cup, we have to play our own. Also, we have CAF competitions here. We just have to appreciate our own. The foreign clubs need to respect African teams and also respect African culture when it comes to football. We've been advocating for that. From there, let's talk about our ladies. Nigerian women, talking about the Super Falcons, are already in Canada. They want to play a two-legged friendly with Canada, the Olympic champions, who right now are ready to play against them in Vancouver. Well, as we speak right now, 9 players are already in camp, while they are expecting the entire squad to jet in today because the match will be coming up tomorrow. Now we have Rashidat Ajibade, Ogbona Akudo, Rita Shikwelu, Christy Uchebe, Onome Ebi, Ashley Plumter, Mitchell Alozie, Tony Payne, and Nicole Payne, all in camp alongside the coach, Coach Randy Waldrum. They are both there and they want to see how they can prosecute this friendly game against Canada. And that will be good because we'll be playing against a lot of countries in the AFCON for women coming up over there in Morocco. So it's high time we get our acts together, and the ladies are already happy. They are in Canada ahead of this game, hoping that they'll be able to use the match on 8, that will be tomorrow, and also on 11 on Monday against Canada to fine-tune some areas.
Honestly, it's a very good. It's going to be a very good game for our ladies, because if you look at the calibers of the country they are playing Canada, the Olympic champion. You know it is going to help the player to prepare ahead of the AFCON that is coming up, because before it is only Super Falcon that dominated everywhere, but all of a sudden you see other countries, they're just coming up. It means for you to be at the top of your game, you need to play a couple of world standard friendly matches for you to know where there are lapses, for you to know what addition you need, for you to know who don't supposed to be in that particular team. So by the time you do all this work, your homework, before the competitions even come proper, you will have gotten your player without any problem. For me, I don't have issue with Super Falcon because anytime, any day, they always make Nigeria proud.
Although if you look at the records in the last 2 World Cups, they've not been doing too well as they used to do in the African competition. So that's why I will give that to the NFF for ensuring that this kind of a game comes up. So we hope that technically the coaches will be able to find a way of having a good representation now when they get to the World Cup, in the coming World Cup, of course. And the issue now is some of the players we think are part of the team. Talking about Oshuala, who is our #1 in terms of women football in Nigeria, as far as either we believe it or not. She is not in the team. And
because of injury.
No, there are issues also, although maybe
she's injured.
She's injured, but there are reports also that
because even in Barcelona, she's not playing. So
there are reports anyway that she has been stripped of her captaincy. There are reports that I don't know, maybe we might not talk about or we are not clear about. But then subsequently, she should be involved in such games because she is part of the team and she should be part of the preparation.
Okay, there.
Okay, I think everything has time in life. No doubt about it. Oshola happened to be one of the best leg we have in terms of women football in the country. But as far as I'm concerned, we have thousands of Oshola that can play what she played. Before Oshola came on board, we have a lot of players like the like of Kikeloma Ajayi, the like of Perpetua. So we need more Oshola. And then for me, from the information that we had, it's not about any hidden issue. It's as a result of injury, because if it were to be the issue of a hidden issue, he would have been playing for Barcelona. So for me, let us just look for other Nigerians that are ready to even play. No doubt about it. He's a good player.
Now, we've been talking concerning Asisat Oshuala there. Well, hopefully she will get back to that team. But we have to quickly move away as we talk about, an event actually happened yesterday, which we couldn't talk about in the morning because we have to talk about our own league. But let's quickly talk about that UEFA Champions League. What happened to Chelsea? Just to chip in this. Real Madrid coming to Stamford Bridge. What happened? The bridge collapsed yesterday. What happened?
Honestly, is a revenge mission. Let me just put it in that way.
I remember what they did.
It's a revenge mission. And then with this, I think is done and dusted for Madrid. But
seriously?
With this, for me, with the kind of Madrid player that we have right now, and then don't forget, we have the Madrid coach, Carlo Ancelotti, happened to be one of the coach for Chelsea. They know each other. They know what they can do. The instruction was given to Madrid player, go to Stamford Bridge, just look for the foundation, and within the space of 20 minutes,
oh my goodness,
just crack the foundation. Once the foundation is cracked, before the end of the 90 minutes, the whole
please, who is the foundation among the players?
So that was the instruction the Benzema did. Within the 22 minutes, he scored the 2 goals, and then that was it. So for me, it's like putting one leg in the semi-final.
It's as if you agree with what he said.
I truly agree with him. Although Chelsea is also a good side, they are the defending champions, but this time around, they are not coming up as one. And of course, they played against a very good side. Real Madrid is a good team. And don't forget, Benzema is the most underrated. He's the most underrated attacker we have right now in the world. Remember, he played under Cristiano Ronaldo and he still delivered the same quality and numbers of goals. He's still doing it even without, Ronaldo. So he was able to prove himself. Yes, I have not played in all of the clubs, but then I can do it. He did it in Stamford Bridge. I'm sure he's going to score again when they get to Bernabeu. Unfortunately for Chelsea, they let their fans down. They could not make them proud, and probably they will have to prepare for next season.
So, but what really surprised me, Chelsea, come on, they've always been ahead whenever they face Real Madrid, but this time around, things turn around.
Honestly, there are so many factors contributing to this issue. If you look at the Chelsea for a couple of weeks now, they have been battling with issue of ownership, and thereabout. And then, be it as it may, when we are talking about Champions League, it's not for that, when something enter your head that we are the defending champion. Because those people that did not win anything want to be the champion. And then they will try as much as possible to study your game. Once they see the little lapses that you have like this, they capitalize on it, and then they bury the own game. That was everything that played out yesterday. They capitalized on Chelsea that before they could realize that, we have 90 minutes to play, they have already buried the game. So for me, the factor might also, in quotes, might also affect them when they went back to, go back to
the Bernabeu. Yeah. Good one there. We've been looking just to chip in Champions League. Well, Violate also shocked Bayern 1-0. No one saw that coming. And Danjuma are not the man really doing well for that club. He was able to score the goal, and we just have to celebrate him, even though he's playing for Netherlands. He's a Nigerian. That name is Danjuma. We've been looking at the Champions League just to at least quickly put it in. Now let's come back over and talk about the MPFL. Matches will be coming up. 3 matches will be coming up in the MPFL as we speak right now. It's ongoing, and those centers. Lobby are playing against Rivers United. It's over there in Port Harcourt. Wicked Tories against Sunshine Stars. Plateau United are playing against Niger Tornadoes at home. Big one there, Plateau, Niger Tornadoes. No Central Derby.
No, honestly, it's going to be one of the games to watch, assuming the security of the country is better. Than I should be on my way to the venue so that I can watch the derby, because it always be do or die affair for the two clubs. And then I think the same thing is going to happen today. But if you look at it critically, they know each other, and then they know what they can do to each other. So for me, these are the kind of game that we need to hype. These are the kind of game that we need to put more awareness, so that by the time you see the crowd at the stadium, you'll be very happy that, okay, look at my own country, see the way the league is going on very well. So for me, it's going to be a good game. And then if you look at the River United and Lobby Star. I don't want to be a prophet of doom, but I will give it to Rivers United because
you already said
for now they are doing extremely well, and then they will not want to just leave that
position for Plateau.
Yes.
Both of them are playing home. Rivers are playing home. Plateau are playing home, and Plateau are trying to see how they can upstake Rivers there. But Timothy, Wiki Tourist Sunshine Stars. Sunshine Stars are going to Bauchi. They'll be playing against Wiki Tourist of Bauchi. Do you see them being able to get at least a draw in this game?
It's going to be difficult
if
for them.
If you can
truly.
breathe like this, that shows that.
For a team that is, that's struggling actually, and then when you look at a situation whereby you have to travel from
Bauchi,
from the south, from the west to the north,
the distance.
And of course you are not going by air. Going up to put up a fight against a team that has that kind of crowd and support without very little support, you just have your players to play on the pitch. I think it's going to be difficult for Sunshine.
Sunshine will have to work harder if they are to beat Wiki Tourist. We've been looking at the Nigerian Professional Football League matches that will be coming up today, and it's already ongoing there. Rivers Lobby, big one there in Port Harcourt, and Niger Tornadoes against Plateau United, a derby from the North Central. You can't just forget the fact that Sunshine will also be already filing out against Wiki Tourist in Bauchi. Now let's leave MPFL as we quickly look at Europa fixtures. Let's look at some matches that will be coming up in Europa League. Also tonight, quickly, Europa League is coming up. We have RB Leipzig against Atalanta. This match, a lot of people want to see this match because these two teams are teams that you just can't but watch. Leipzig, very good team. Atalanta also doing so well over there in Italy. So they are Eintracht Frankfurt versus Barcelona, a match that, well, some people want to give it to Barcelona, but football is not played that way. And you have Sporting Braga of Portugal against Rangers. Aribo's team, we have Aribo there, and also not forgetting Balogun. West Ham United versus Lyon. Can West Ham turn things around against a team in the caliber of Lyon? We look at those games quickly. Leipzig, Atlanta. Leipzig, Atlanta, let's have you.
Well, I've not been following those two teams, of course, so I will not be able to say much about them. I was expecting you to ask me about Barcelona. Because,
wants to talk about Barcelona.
Because, the two sides, Barcelona have not met that team in a long time. Yes, they've been meeting German clubs, but in a long time. So there are a lot of uncertainties. Barcelona are in good form now, scoring goals, but people are hoping that probably Frankfurt will be able to put up a surprise, against, especially that they'll be playing in front of their fans. So Europa League is always a very interesting one to watch. We'll see what the result turns out to be.
And if you look at this particular quarterfinals now, we have two German teams. You understand? We have one Portuguese, one Scottish, one Italian, and you have one from France and also one from England. West Ham United is here. West Ham Lyon. If you look at it, you might want to, but Lyon, they are experienced and all that. But really, West Ham has been on the superlative form this season. Who knows? Maybe they can turn this around. Joel?
I pray so. But like you said, the football is not played with the mouth. It played with a leg and 11 against 11 and 90 minutes. But when we have to look at it strength to strength and in terms of the history, I don't think West Ham can match the like of Lyon. Don't forget, in the French league, they are doing very well right now as we speak. And then, though the West Ham, they are doing well, and then they have one of the average coach. Let me just put in like that. But for me, it's going to be a very good game. But at the end of the day, because of the experience, because of the technical aspect of it, the technical input aspect of it, though when we are talking about Europa League, it's different ball game. No one can know what is going to happen to any club. The only thing you need to do as a club is to prepare well ahead of the game. Even the game Barcelona and that German club that my brother is talking about, it's not going to be as easy as we all thought of it, because you must know the terrain. And then don't forget that the that UEFA league is not their own terrain. So it's like you want to play the like of Villarreal in UEFA Champions Europa League. They know the terrain, they know the road, they know everything. So for me, it's going to be a good game to watch. But at the end of the day, I will give it to Lyon. So
okay,
that's
good
my
one
point.
there. We've been looking at Europa Cup quarterfinals where Eintracht Frankfurt is not a team to be put inside bucket, right? We have to quickly appreciate the fact that they too played well before they qualified to this particular stage. Barcelona needs to come out if they are to defeat them. Well, Leipzig versus Atalanta is a big game there. Another match that you need to watch because you are going to be expecting best of football. The two teams are very compact when it comes to playing football, and you just have to be ready to watch good football there. Let's talk about the Europa Conference League also. Matches will be coming up in the Europa Conference League. Let's look at the fixtures quickly as we take the Europa Conference League there. Feyenoord will be playing against Slavia Prague. We have Nigerians playing there. That's Olayinka's team. You have AS Roma. Oh, what a way to go for Mourinho to play in the Conference League but against a club called Bodo Glimt. Leicester City will be playing against PSV Eindhoven also at home. Marseille of France hosts PAOK Salonika. These are teams that if you check their history, PAOK Salonika, Athens and all of them in Greece, they have history a lot concerning this competition. But from the way it is, Leicester, Eindhoven, Eindhoven playing Netherlands, and you just can't write them off. They are very experienced when it comes to playing football. Do you see Leicester being able to hold them down?
Well, Leicester City, they've shown us in a couple of years ago that they can pull out surprises. They are in good form right now. You saw what happened between them and Arsenal and all of that. So I think they'll be able to pull up a challenge.
Just in a very short word, who do you think will win this game between the clubs I've mentioned? Roma will play against Bodo Glimt. Although it's not common we see Mourinho playing this kind of league, but there's no option. He must play this game.
Even for you to qualify to be in this, it's not something that you just speak on the street. So that tells you that all the team are prepared for the game. But when we are talking, like I used to say it, when we are talking about the experience, when we are talking about technical know-how, in a little way, you give it to AS Roma, and then I will give it to Leicester too, because they are doing well.
Okay, maybe because you know those clubs. We've been taking the Europa Conference and also Europa League Conference, the fixture, the NPFL, and all of that. Not forget the case of Kelechi Nwakali. More of this that we've been taking on 360 Sport on Trust TV. A wonderful time with Joel Ajayi and Timothy Ayeku. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very much.
And well, from here, we just have to let you know that always support Nigerian sport. That's our own. We're always so proud of Nigerian sportsmen and women. Adeni Ajishafe, 360 Sport on Trust TV. Thanks for watching.